Hey guys, Creativity Timothy here, back with another Duel Links video. Today I'm going to bring you an updated version of the Kaiba level 40 farming, an optimal and a budget versions for everyone. The new method uses Dimension Gate, which was found out by Yehei on Reddit, so all credit goes to him for this Dimension Gate idea. And yeah, so it does use Elements Unite to get the 3 Guardians out at the beginning. But the key card here is Dimension Gate. The cool thing about this is once you activate it, Kaiba won't attack you for the rest of the game, unless he has Blue Eyes, which has higher attack than all of your Guardians. So basically this farm revolves around stalling until the very last turn, so you can do your fusion piranha combo. But the Dimension Gate here will help you stall for a very long time, and since Dimension Gate protects against enemy controller, we only need to put like one Riryoku Field here, and so we have 4 cards to deal with that. And also Dimension Gate will kind of circumvent around DD Warrior, because DD Warrior he suicides and then takes a lot of damage. So when you bring back one of your guardians using this card by banishing it and then special summoning it again, he will have his life points too low to decide on suicide, and otherwise it would kill him. So to deal with Blue Eyes, we have 4 cards. We have 2 Mirror Wall and 2 Blast held by Tribute. Adhesion Trap Hole also works too, but the reason why I put 2 Blasts held by Tribute is sometimes I want to get rid of his monsters, and for Mirror Wall sometimes I want to be flexible and activate it during the damage steps so that he can lower his life points more. We have Peeking Goblin because it's very flexible. You can choose Blue Eyes, DD Warrior, or Enemy Controller, put that at the bottom of the deck. We have 2 Shards of Greeds because we only start off with 1 card. That means we have 3 cards less than we usually do, so we need 2 Shards of Greeds to make sure that Kaiba doesn't deck out. I'm going to show a budget version for all of you who don't have all these cards and stuff, so don't worry about it. We have Crystal Seer here. This is actually kind of important because we want to make sure Summon Revolutions is not at the bottom of the deck, because if he is, we cannot set it on the second last turn and then flip summon and then go for your combo. Kaiba will not attack on the second last turn as long as you set it and put 1 set spell or trap. And Cat of Ill Omen here is just to get Dimension Gate out a lot faster, and Piranha Gift of the Martyr, you probably know the idea, just to get yeah. So Array of Revealing Light seems like a weird card here, but we need it for Storm because it gives you an extra card, so you can storm 3 of his back row. I find it too much of a gamble to storm 2 of his cards and then his third one is Enemy Controller or something. Reason why I put Storm instead of like an Array of Revealing Light instead of like 3 Riryoku Field is because sometimes he doesn't use Enemy Controller, and when that happens, your back row is just so clogged you can't really do anything. Also, when you storm Dimension Gate, it also brings back your monster, so that's very important. So that's basically the deck. Budget version is basically the same thing, it just has less powerful cards, but more cards to try to get the cards you need. Okay, that probably didn't make sense. Basically, it's the same thing. We have 4 cards to deal with Blue Eyes, 2 Blasts held by Tribute, 1 Mirror Wall, and 1 Adhesion Trap Hole. You could probably put 2 Adhesion Trap Hole and 2 Mirror Wall instead of 2 Blast held by Tribute. I just figured that probably people have find getting 2 Blast held by Tribute a little bit easier because Mirror Wall is in a 200 card pack and Adhesion Trap Hole is in a new pack, so a newish pack, not Ultimate Rising or Neo Pink Impact. That's basically what I mean. And of course Dimension Gate I assume only people looking for the budget version have only around 1. If you have 2, go ahead and put 2 and probably replace, let's see, probably replace 1 Crystal Seer or 1 Divine Wrath. Divine Wrath is not in the optimal version because it's more important that you get Dimension Gate out, and DD Warriors aren't that much of a threat once you have Dimension Gate, and I'll explain why that is when I show you the farm in action. So yeah, basically I wanted to make this video because sometimes reading just the Reddit post is a bit confusing without like a video demonstration of everything live. So I'm gonna do 3 farms right here, 3 farms using the optimal version, and then 1 farm using the budget version. I'm pretty sure 3 farms using the optimal version will give you the idea. And yeah, so the optimal version is the same idea, it's just maybe not as optimal. People have said around 90% win rate, but I'm thinking probably 80% win rate because you're not guaranteed Dimension Gate, but it's definitely better than anything else. Besides triple golden apples, Destiny Draw, which is probably the most difficult deck to make, but if you do have it, go ahead and use those 3 apples, and watch Mascaron's video on that. He was the first one to upload about it. So okay, so we're here in the farm. We're just gonna use Shard of Greed here just so we can draw cards. This is a bit of a tricky situation. I'm pretty sure that these 2 cards are Enemy Controller and Twister, because he won't set them unless he has 5 cards or more. If it's a harmless card like Cost Down. By harmless card, I mean it's not activatable during your turn. Here we have to choose between putting all of our guardians in defense position or keeping them in attack position. If we put them in defense position, we won't be destroyed by Cost Down Blue Eyes combo, but if we put them in defense position, Luster Dragon will kill us. So since 2 of his spells and traps are not Cost Down, I think it is the better option not to put it in defense position. So yeah, here I think one good option is to put these 2 in defense position, because we actually need space to put Cat of Ill Omen. So if he goes for the Luster Dragon, it will destroy one of our monsters, which is fine, and we're gonna draw 2 cards to protect us soon anyway. And Blue Eyes will not be able to one-shot us by killing Sangha, so that's safe to put in attack position. So he actually doesn't do anything harmful, but still have to be really careful. I know he has at least 1 enemy controller, but usually he only uses it if he contributes summon Luster Dragon or Blue Eyes. So yeah. But here we do get the Dimension Gate. We also get Array of Revealing Light, but do not activate this. You can set it, but don't activate it, because he will Twister it, and then you will have less Storm Fodder, which is really bad. So here Cat of Ill Omen is kind of a dead card, because you only really need 1 Dimension Gate, and he won't attack you for the rest of the game. 3 Dimension Gates just makes it a lot more consistent, and so that you draw it in time. I'm actually really surprised here that he hasn't got any Luster Dragon or Blue Eyes, but it hasn't even been half of his deck yet, so I guess I wouldn't say that's too unlucky. But here we have Mirror Wall. This will protect us against Luster Dragon and Blue Eyes, so we can go ahead and put this in attack position just to destroy it. So here he finally draws his Luster Dragon or Blue Eyes. Here we have to debate about using Dimension Gate. But since we already have 3 monsters, we probably shouldn't use it. You should only use it if you have 2 or 1 monsters left, depending on the situation. So here he's going to tribute that, and then go for his Luster Dragon, and then suicide into here. So we're just going to use Mirror Wall here, I think. Let's see. He used 1 enemy controller. He has only 1 enemy controller left. think the best option is to use the mirror wall, because he still has 3 DD warriors left, and we want to make sure his life points are below 2,400. And basically what that does is it makes sure that he can't just suicide into you. So here's gonna send in his little monster here. That's okay. We're just gonna get our Crystal Seer effect. So here we gotta choose between Peeking Goblin or Mirror Wall. I think Mirror Wall is the better option because we do need to lower his life points below 2,400, so he will no longer suicide. So let's set Mirror Wall here, set Shard of Greed, set Cat of Ill Omen. Why not? Get the trap card that we want, and then we just end our turn right here. That is fine with us. We don't need to activate anything. So see what trap card we want. We don't need Blast Out by Tribute because we already have Mirror Wall. So I'm just gonna put this at the top of my deck because he only has 1 enemy controller left. So yeah. So here we have a bit of a clogged spell and trap space, but that is okay because Shard of Greed will activate soon. Okay, so we're gonna activate Shard of Greed here. Let's see. Okay. There's nothing much we can do this turn. I think we can set Riryoku Field here. This is just to prevent him from comboing or something, and then we're losing both of our monsters. So if he has DD Warrior or Blue Eyes and enemy controller, we're in a bit of trouble. So we want to set Riryoku Field just in case. We can always use Mirror Wall to clear and not pay for it, so we can get rid of it, so it doesn't clog up your spell and trap space, unlike Blast Held by Tribute. I think the better option is to actually use Adhesion Trap Holes, but I'll edit that in after this. Alright, so nothing really exciting happens here. Well, not really exciting, but scary happens here. He still doesn't have his Blue Eyes. I think he might have an enemy controller, but he isn't activating it because he doesn't have Blue Eyes. He only activates enemy controller if he can tribute summon or if you only have 1 monster left. That's basically the conditions. But none of those conditions are met yet, so yeah. Here we actually can start discarding the dimension gates because we actually don't need what is it? We don't need more than 1 dimension gate. So here I'm thinking it's almost the end of the last turn, but he still hasn't gone for anything. He still hasn't what was the thing? Okay, so he still hasn't attacked, but that's okay. We're gonna what we do at the end of his turn is going to make it or break it on the farm, so watch carefully. So let's see, does he summon Blue Eyes? He doesn't summon Blue Eyes. So what you want to do here is you want to make sure you activate all your spells and traps if you don't need them anymore. Mirror Wall, we don't need them anymore because it will be the second to last turn next turn. Sorry about the weird English there. And then the Dimension Gate, we also want to activate this and either get rid of, not get rid of, temporarily banish either one of these. Let's just banish this one because it has higher attack. And then during your turn, during your second to last turn, what you want to do is you want to set Summon of Illusions, and you want to make sure you have 1 set card, and that card will not, and you don't plan on activating that card during your opponent's next turn. One one way I make sure I don't make a mistake is I set Storm on the second last turn so I don't clog up the field, and always one card has to be Storm. Don't accidentally put Blast held by Tribute here and then clog up your spell and trap space, and you cannot use Secret Pass or Gift of a Martyr. Okay, so basically we're just gonna end our turn here. So he does send in the Blue Eyes, but he will not attack. I am 100% sure, and he doesn't attack. So that's how you do it. One set card, one set spell or trap. If you have two, doesn't matter, at least one. So on the second last turn, the first thing you gotta do is Storm. Don't do anything else. So you just wanna Storm everything, because if you have a monster out, he's going to use enemy control on that, and then you won't be able to attack directly. Here we can just use enemy control just for fun. It's still Storm is still gonna get rid of everything, but just to show you, you can chain stuff and then still Storm. So let's see what he has. Actually, that's his last enemy controller. So this is also another important thing. Unfortunately, we can't see the field very well because of this dialogue, but what you want to do is you want to make sure you have one Guardian and one Summoner of Illusions on the second last turn. You don't want to have two Guardians. Why? Because then you can't summon Piranha. So the thing about Dimension Gate is it's actually optional. When it's destroyed, you can special summon or not special summon it, which makes it so good for farming decks. So here we have one Guardian. We don't want to, so we don't activate its effects. So here we're going to just summon in Piranha. Activate Secret Pass to the treasures. Always do this first after Storm, because you don't want to use Gift of the Martyr and then you can't attack directly. So next thing you want to do is flip Summoner of Illusions and tribute Kazejin or whatever Guardian whatever Guardian you have left. All these three cards are dead cards by now, but they would have helped us survive. So now you just want to use Gift of the Martyr. You can either have Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon or Master of Oz. They both will work, because as long as Piranha's attack is at least 5,000. And then at the very end, all you gotta do is attack directly, and there we go. Now this deck only gets 7,000 points, but you can make it 8,000 points simply by having Polymerization and then fusion monster like Master of Oz, like maybe a big koala and then a fusion substitute. But I personally don't prefer that, because it lowers your consistency by like 15% just to get one extra ward. And yeah, so I mean, if you have like let's see, how many glossy cards? 3. If you have 10 glossy cards, you can get 8,000 points, but I don't have 10 glossy cards, but that's alright. We got some trash here, but we also got Tatsuno Toshigo, so that's cool. I don't know, I already got all the drops because I spent many hours farming him. You will get the cards you need eventually, so yeah. I'm gonna take a break real quick and drink some water, because that was so intense, and I will come back with 2 more farms. Probably be faster this time. I might make some mistakes though, but oh well. So be right back. Okay guys, I'm back, and we'll go ahead and do another farm here. So same deck, optimal deck, and then I'll show you the budget version after this. It's just that I just want to go through 3 total farms with the optimal version just to show consistency, because people don't really believe it until they see it live so yeah, the budget version will be in probably like 15 minutes. I'll put the timestamps so you can go ahead and skip to whatever you want, but I do recommend watching the first farm, which because that contains a lot of important advice on what to do at what time, because if you don't do it right, you will lose and waste your keys. So yeah, Okay, so here he gets the blue eyes out. We do have the mirror wall, which is absolutely perfect. Here we can use mirror wall. So there goes his blue eyes. He did get blue eyes on turn 5, which is actually pretty lucky for him. But we also get mirror wall, so it's not too bad. So we can set array of revealing light here, just so that our hand doesn't get clogged up. But remember to never activate your field spells or anything. He will destroy it immediately. AI always tends to go for the field spells first. So here he's very low on life points. If he suicides again, he won't be able to suicide once more. So we're in a pretty good positions here. We have mirror wall just in case Luster Dragon comes out and then starts suiciding into Kazejin right here. They have the same exact attack. And we have Shard of Greed to draw our cards, so that'll be really good. So nothing happens here, so it's very good for us. We do get the Dimension Gate, which is excellent. Set it immediately. So set it immediately, just so that if he goes for some enemy controller tribute, take, and then tribute again combo, you won't be screwed. So we actually get Cat of the Ill Omen, but we already have Dimension Gate. But you can just set it just so we can get the cards that we want, whatever trap we need. I don't think we need any particular trap. Maybe Riryoku Field, because he has 2 enemy controllers left in his deck. So we're gonna use Peeking Goblin as soon as possible, because it's very, very, very important that we survive early game. After we get Dimension Gate, it doesn't really matter. Here we get Dimension Gate before Peeking Goblin, but if you get Peeking Goblin before Dimension Gate, go ahead and use it immediately. So here we're gonna have to choose between enemy controller or Luster Dragon. What is more harmful? That's a difficult choice actually. Luster Dragon will be able to suicide into Kazejin, but enemy controller, we do have Dimension Gate to protect against enemy controller. The thing is, I don't know if we want to use it yet. Should we? I think the better option is put the Luster Dragon on the bottom, and then put his enemy controller on the second. I think that's the better option, because we want to deal with the enemy controllers mid-game. I think that's the best time to deal with them. So here's gonna draw an enemy controller, but he doesn't use it. He only uses it if he has Luster Dragon. So that was the correct play. Glad I didn't misplay on camera. I mean, not camera, video. So we're gonna get Riryoku Field here, because now we know he has enemy control, but that's okay. We know how to deal with it. We're not worried about it. He won't use it until you have 1 monster, or he has Luster Dragon, or Blue Eyes, but his Blue Eyes is already in the grave, so we don't have to worry about it for like 9 turns. Yeah, so we just end our turn here. We can't do anything. He can't do anything. I mean, he can, but he just won't use his enemy controller. Too stingy about it. Okay, so we're going to use Shard of Greed here. Why not? Actually, can't do anything this turn. That's fine. Okay, so he's going to end his turn again. We're going to probably end our turn again. I'm going to put Crystal Seer here just to draw ourselves faster. Finish the farm faster. Before he gets his Luster Dragon. Probably wouldn't even matter. But you should always... Why not? Okay, so we don't need Dimension Gate. We already have one. That's all you really need. 3 is just to make it more consistent. You draw 1 faster. That's how a lot of PvP decks are made, actually. Having 3 copies of a certain card. You only use like 1 of them in a duel, but that's how it makes decks consistent. So let's see. Riryoku Field. Should we set it? Let's see. We can always activate Mirror Wall, so we can go ahead and set this. It won't clog up our spell and trap space as long as we use Mirror Wall on the second to last turn on Kaiba's turn. I'll show you in a bit, so don't worry. Let's see. You just end our turn here. Yeah, nothing we can do. Discard Blast Out by Tribute. We already have Mirror Wall, serve same purpose. Okay, so here he has 3 cards again. The reason why I don't like Straight Flush is sometimes he doesn't have 3 cards, and that's when he goes offensive with the enemy controllers. It really depends on the situation, so I really don't like using cards that depend on situations. I want it to be always reliable, so that we have Storm. So let's see. On the 3rd to last turn, you always want to plan ahead. So, Dimension Gate. So here, when he ends his turn, we want to use Dimension Gate and then want to use Mirror Wall, just so that we have 1 Guardian left. But don't do it at the beginning of his turn, because he's going to start comboing enemy controllers. So, just going to end our turn, discard something we don't need. Cat of Ill Omen. Okay. Here, we want to use Mirror Wall, just so that clears up our spell and trap space, so we can use Storm next turn. And then we use this one just to remove one of our guardians. Okay. So we're gonna draw a card here. So now we're on the 2nd last turn. You want to set one card face down. I always put Storm as a habit because that's a good habit. And then set your Summon of Illusions. He will not attack it. Yep, he doesn't attack it. So now on the last turn, first thing you do is Storm. As I said, Storm before anything, then Piranha. So you're gonna actually activate enemy controller. I mean, Riryoku Field. For fun, it will still destroy 3 spells and traps here. It only lets me destroy 2, that's fine. So let's see how many we destroyed. So I think we actually, okay, one sec. We have 1 Guardian, Kazejin right here, so we don't want to activate it. Let's see if we got rid of both of his enemy. Actually, we only got rid of 1, but that's fine. If those twisters were enemy controllers, we could have gotten around them, no problem. So want to send in Piranha, Secret Pass. You know the deal. If you watch Ryoshin and Mascarin, Ryoshin mostly. But yeah. Okay, so Master of Oz or whatever you want. I think if your fusion monster is glossy, pick the ones that's glossy. But I don't have a glossy Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon or Master of Oz, unfortunately, so I cannot get it. Not prismatic either, so yeah. Okay, so here we're gonna just get another successful farm. I'm gonna drink some water because I have dehydration problems and also need to use the restroom, so I'll be right back after this. Get nothing but crap again, but that is fine. That is fine. Just farm him several times and you will eventually get your first enemy controller, Champion's Vigilance, or whatever you're searching for. So I'm gonna be right back. So let me pause it. Okay, I'm back, guys. Sorry about the pausing. I'm not trying to like hide any losses or anything. You can tell if I'm lying just by looking at my full respawn timer. Like if you see me, like if it's been like 5 minutes, then that means I must have failed a farm while trying to record. But I just came back in like 30 seconds, so I'm not trying to trick anyone. I'm only making this video just to help people, so and farm. So yeah, so let's go. So this is our 3rd time. After this we're gonna use what is it, budget version. So yeah, so we actually go first here, which is bad, but that's okay. I think we actually might lose this one. I don't know, just a feeling. People are saying 90% consistency, but I don't know, I do get unlucky sometimes. So he goes cost down, Luster Dragon on turn 2. That is fine because he probably doesn't have a Blue Eyes, so we can safely keep these in attack position. Nothing we can do this turn. Okay, so he's actually going to do that and then get rid of both of my guardians. So yeah, sometimes that happens. He has an enemy control, he has DD Warrior, and he has Luster Dragon or Blue Eyes. So that's some pretty bad luck there, but we'll try to work with it. Oh man, he does get the DD Warrior off, and yeah, this is where we lose. Unfortunately, he already got rid of all our monsters by turn 6. Normally that doesn't happen, but when it does happen, it kind of sucks. So that's where this deck fails, is if Kaiba has the perfect hand, and then he kills you by turn 6. There's nothing you can do about that, but that usually applies to every deck, kind of. But yeah, this is definitely better than the version without Dimension Gate. If you don't have triple golden apples. Also, there has been a new version made by another person. I don't remember their name, but it uses Labyrinth Wall. I will credit them and their name when I make the video on it. But basically, it lets you build a bunch of Labyrinth Walls, and then you use Dimension Gate to protect your Labyrinth Wall. Same idea, just instead of 3 guardians, you can build as many walls as you want, and the only cost is to shuffle 2 cards. Unfortunately, I do not have Labyrinth builder skill yet on Paradox. It's a drop skill, but I do have it on my 2nd and 3rd account, so I will be making a video on that for on how to do that. Right here I ran out of keys, so just give me 30 seconds. I'm gonna farm these duelists real quick, and then I'll be back with the budget version. Okay guys, I'm back, and now I'm going to show you the budget version. So the budget version, let me just show you it real quick again. It only has 1 Dimension Gate. Put as many as you can, and then add some extra defensive cards like Divine Wrath to stall until you get Dimension Gate. So let's go. Alright. Wish yourselves luck. Hopefully the budget version doesn't fail me. Okay, we're going 2nd. That's pretty good. We're gonna have an extra card, so, but he does get the extra summon off, I think. No, actually, it's still always better to go 2nd. Yeah. Okay, we draw Blast Help by Tribute, so we don't have to worry about putting these in defense position, because if he just uses cost down Blue Eyes, we won't have to worry. Okay, he doesn't use cost down Blue Eyes. Alright, okay, so there's nothing really much we have to worry about here. We just gotta survive. He actually doesn't get DD Warrior out, which is pretty good. So we just chill here, and he's just chilling with his 3 monsters. We do got unlucky with Pot of Benevolence and Gift of the Martyr, which are completely useless, but we get the Dimension Gate. Awesome. So I think we're gonna win this pretty easy, actually. So do not use Dimension Gate yet until you have 2 or 1 monsters left. Otherwise, you're wasting its effect. Cause whoops, 1 sec, I accidentally you're wasting its effect, and when that happens, it's like a Riryoku Field. So he's actually going to tribute take here. I think he's gonna go for the Blue Eyes or Luster Dragon. If you have 3 monsters, you don't really need to activate it. So he sends out his Luster Dragon, which is completely fine. Here we are going to let's see, Blast Help by Tribute, because it's gonna lower his life points. Okay. And we just need to lower his life points between what is it? 2,400 below. I think here is a good option to use Pot of Benevolence and give him some useless cards back, just so that it reduces the chance that he will draw something good. So let's give him back this and give him back this. Alright. Okay, we should just end our turn. Yeah, we can just end our turn. Just need to make sure that he doesn't cost down Blue Eyes, but since he doesn't have a monster, he can't do that. So he's gonna go for his DD Warrior. That is fine. So here's where Dimension Gate is gonna save us. I'm pretty sure he's gonna go offensive in the next few turns. So I'll show you that. So he's just gonna activate Shard of Greed. Set this. Why not? Okay, just a Vorce Raider. No problem. Okay. So you gotta choose between 4 traps. What do we need the most? He has 1 enemy controller left, and he has DD War, but we don't need to worry about DD War. Why? Because we have Dimension Gate, and his life points are below 2,400. Technically 2,400 or below, but that requires a bit more words to say. Okay, so do we want to deal with Blue Eyes, or do we want to deal with enemy controller? I think we want to deal with the Blue Eyes because, just because we already have Dimension Gate, and Dimension Gate will usually take care of that anyway. So we're just gonna set Adhesion Trap Hole here. Sometimes you might want to pick the Blast House by Tribute instead of Adhesion Trap Hole when he already has Blue Eyes out, but that's not the case here. Okay, so let's draw our 2 cards. We actually get Riryoku Field anyway, so it doesn't really matter. We can just discard this. Actually, I think we should have set Riryoku Field. Here, this is a difficult choice. So here, I actually think we want to use Dimension Gate, because we already have Riryoku Field. So basically, what you want to do here is just want to banish it, when he has DD Warrior or when he has Blue Eyes, and he won't attack. He won't attack at all. Trust me. Until he has Blue Eyes, of course. But we have Adhesion Trap Hole, which will take care of that. So he will attack the Crystal Seer, but he won't attack more than that. I'm just gonna take the Peeking Goblin here. I actually want him to summon Blue Eyes, just so I can activate my Adhesion Trap Hole. No, wait, actually, oh, when DD War does that, okay. So the thing about budget version is its Adhesion Trap Hole is not nearly as flexible as Mirror Wall, where you can activate it anytime you want. So that's the thing with this, but let's see if he sends out Blue Eyes. Oh, he does send out Blue Eyes, which is very good for us because now we know we can safely use Adhesion Trap Hole without wasting it, because we don't want to what is it? Clog up our spell and trap space, but we also want to make sure we survive. So it's kind of tricky, but yeah, so here, how many enemy controllers? Okay, so he has only 1 enemy controller left. This Riryoku Field will protect it, and this Dimension Gate will protect against everything that he has left. So let me just activate this Peeking Goblin just because it's glossy. Let's see what he has. Enemy controller. I actually want to give him the enemy controller because we have 1 Riryoku Field and we want to use it actually. So actually he can't even use it because we don't have a monster because of Dimension Gate. That's the cool thing about Dimension Gate. Don't worry, we can just storm off everything we don't need later. So here he doesn't even attack, because if he does, Dimension Gate will bring back Guardian's Effect, which basically lets you turn the attack of the attacking monster, the monster attacking Suijin, Katajin, or Sanga Guardian, and make that 0. So if they attack, they will take like 2,500-ish damage, depending on which Guardian. So here it's the 3rd to last turn. We don't actually need to do anything this turn, but we do need to be careful just to see what he does. Okay, so nothing too harmful. So, on the second last turn, you want to have a set card that you don't plan on activating. Riryoku Field, you might end up activating it. So, I usually put Storm, a spell card. So now we're also gonna set Summoner of Illusions, and then he won't attack into it. Alright, so last turn, guys. Storm everything out. First thing you want to do, destroy this, destroy that too. Okay, we got rid of this enemy controller. So here we have 0 guardians, so we want to activate Dimensions Gate, which will bring back our guardian. Actually gets the cool dialogue, and then we can summon Piranha. Secret Pass. Okay. And then Summon Illusions, we're gonna send it in. Just show you that it works, I'm gonna do Master of Oz too, not just Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. It will also work just fine. Here we're gonna use Gift of the Martyr, give that attack to Piranha, and then we can attack directly. And there we go, budget version works too. Alright, yeah. I think that will probably be the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you get the drops that you really need. I know it takes a very long time, but you will eventually get the cards that you want. Just takes a very long time. Had 0 enemy controllers and got 5 glossy wingbeat. Then I finally got my first enemy controller and 4 of them in the same week. So it's just crazy. I don't know how Konami intends it to be, but we'll have to do with whatever we got. So yeah, yeah, I've been farming him a lot, so that's why I have everything. I used the triple golden apple method, but I'm showing this method for people who don't have it. I'm just trying to help people out. So yeah, so if this farming method helped you, it would really appreciate it if you just like it or comment below, because it just really motivates me to make more farming videos, especially since this is one of my first few farming videos. I actually made a farming video using Elements Unite back a couple days ago, but it didn't have Dimension Gate. This is more optimized, but it really motivates me to make videos. All those comments saying great job, this helped me, really motivated to make help me make this video, and that will motivate me to make more videos on farming decks or King of Games deck with only free-to-play cards, pretty cheap, cool decks or anything fun. I can upload all of that. I've been playing this game for a very long time, so yeah, I'm pretty experienced with it. I got all characters to level 35, so yeah. Also stage missions, whatever. Anyways, thanks for watching, and what else? What else do I? Nah, I don't know. I'm new YouTuber, so I don't know what to say for an outro. But thanks guys, and I'll see you guys next time.